You believe you are living, but much of your life is already gone, irrevocably seized by forces you barely perceive, a silent, relentless pilfering. This isn't a future threat. It is happening right now, this very moment. You are not running out of time. You are simply allowing it to be taken. Today, you will uncover Seneca's profound and utterly brutal truth about your most precious resource, your limited existence. You will understand precisely how modern life, with its endless demands and seductive distractions, drains your vitality and steals your moments without a single sound. Prepare to see the world and your place within it through an entirely new lens, one that illuminates the unseen boundaries of your life and empowers you to reclaim them. Consider the ancient philosopher Seneca, living in the bustling, often chaotic heart of imperial Rome. He wasn't some cloistered hermit detached from the world. He was deeply enmeshed in public life, a wealthy advisor, a playwright, an educator. Yet, from this vortex of activity, he penned some of humanity's most piercing insights into the nature of time. He observed the people around him with a keen, almost clinical eye, watching them pursue fleeting pleasures, engage in endless lawsuits, chase ephemeral fame, or simply drift through their days. His great work, On the Shortness of Life, isn't actually about life being short, quite the opposite. Seneca declares, "It is not that we have a short time, but that we waste much of it." Imagine a Roman citizen, perhaps a senator, consumed by political intrigue. Every morning he rushes to the forum, engages in heated debates, attends lavish banquets, strategizes with allies, all while neglecting his family, his studies, his inner peace. He believes he is living a full, important life. But is he? Seneca would argue he is squandering it. He might acquire vast estates, impressive wealth, even political power, yet he fails to possess his own self. Seneca writes, "No one is willing to distribute his money, but to how many do we distribute our lives?" Everyone is tight-fisted in guarding his property, but as soon as it comes to time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is praiseworthy to be greedy. That Roman senator might guard his coin purse with zealous vigilance, yet he throws away entire days, even years, without a second thought. Sound familiar? The parallels to our contemporary existence are not merely striking, they are devastating. We live in an age of unprecedented access, infinite information, and constant connectivity. We carry devices in our pockets that contain the sum total of human knowledge, yet we often use them to scroll aimlessly, consumed by ephemeral content. We believe we are productive because we are busy. We chase career advancement, accumulate possessions, pursue fleeting social validation, all while a subtle, insidious force is at work. This is the silent theft, the grand deception. You wake up, perhaps with the best intentions for your day. Before you even sit down to work, your phone buzzes. A notification, an email, a social media alert. Just one quick check, you tell yourself. 30 minutes later, you spiral down a rabbit hole of news articles, celebrity gossip, or comments on a post you barely remember seeing. You finally start your actual work, but now there's another notification, a quick text reply, another email, an urgent meeting request. Your focus is fractured, your energy diffused across 100 tiny demands. You are not present. You are not engaged. You are simply reacting. Before you even notice, half your day is gone. Have you ever paused to ask yourself, who truly benefits from this constant state of fragmented attention? Not you. Modern society thrives on keeping you perpetually engaged, perpetually consuming, perpetually distracted. It demands your attention, your data, your reaction, and in return, it gives you a sensation of constant doing that masquerades as living. Before this insight, you might have felt a nagging anxiety, a persistent sense of never having enough time, of being perpetually behind. You felt overwhelmed, resentful even, a passive victim of your own calendar. You blamed external pressures, your boss, your family, the economy. But now, with Seneca's brutal truth laid bare, you see it differently. You realize this isn't merely about managing your to-do list. It's about reclaiming your very existence from the grip of the unseen. It is about agency. The feeling of being constantly overwhelmed is not an unavoidable byproduct of modern life. It is the direct result of allowing your precious time, your precious life, to be pilfered piecemeal. The before was a state of passive forfeiture. The after is one of active defense. You shift from a bewildered victim to a deliberate custodian of your finite moments. This principle changes everything, transforming that vague anxiety into a clear call to action, an empowering realization that you possess the power to stop the theft. So, how do you stand guard against this silent erosion? Seneca offers not quick fixes, but profound practices for living with intention. Here are 3 ways to begin reclaiming your life today. First, institute a daily time accounting. This isn't about tracking every minute with a stopwatch. It's a reflective practice. At the end of each day, perhaps as you prepare for rest, mentally review how your hours were spent. Ask yourself, where did my time truly go today? Which moments were purposeful, aligned with my values? Which moments simply vanished, consumed by distraction or unproductive activity? Seneca himself advocated keeping a daily record, learning from past mistakes. You might discover you spend 3 hours on activities that bring you no joy, no growth, and no true rest. This awareness is the first step toward conscious change. It is like balancing a ledger for your life. Second, practice intentional solitude. Modern life bombards us with input. To counteract this, carve out specific, non-negotiable periods of complete disconnection. Turn off your phone, close your computer, step away from all screens. This could be for just 10 minutes, a single hour, or even an entire afternoon on a weekend. Use this time not for more doing, but for reflection, for quiet observation, for simply being. Walk in nature, sit with a cup of tea, read a physical book, or just gaze out a window. Allow your mind to wander unguided, uninterrupted. This practice trains your attention, strengthening your ability to focus when you choose to, and to detach when necessary. Third, embrace the power of the no. Learn to decline requests, invitations, and perceived obligations that do not align with your core values or goals. Every yes to something trivial is a no to something essential, your peace, your well-being, your deepest aspirations. Before committing to anything new, pause. Ask yourself, is this truly necessary? Does it serve my purpose? Does it bring me closer to the kind of life I want to live? If the answer is anything less than a resounding yes, practice the polite but firm refusal. This is not selfishness. It is an act of profound self-preservation and respect for the finite nature of your being. Through these practices, you begin to see yourself not as a passive recipient of circumstances, but as the custodian of your own existence. You realize you are not merely a collection of tasks to be completed or a series of reactions to external stimuli. You are the architect of your moments, the guardian of your days, the conscious navigator of your journey. This shift is profound. You stop seeing time management as a chore and start seeing it as an act of self-respect, a declaration of your sovereignty over your most irreplaceable asset. You are no longer someone whose life is quietly being stolen. You are someone actively, fiercely, and wisely reclaiming it. The moments of your life are not infinite. They are precious, finite, and fleeting. Stand guard over them with the vigilance they deserve. Reclaim your awareness, defend your presence, and begin to truly live. The truth of your existence, the very essence of your being, hinges on it. And there are even deeper truths, more profound revelations waiting to be uncovered, insights that will further transform how you understand control and purpose in a world that constantly seeks to define you.